This particular one is an example of a tweet that does not have a URL to go to. Like I'm not sending anyone to a blog. I'm just, again, putting up something that's kind of thoughtful and inspirational. And I find people like these. There's a lot of quotation sites that people use, and that's just an example of that kind of tweet.
And you can see she's retweeting it. And for those who don't know Twitter, the retweet would be, let me see if I can drag this pointer down. Well, somehow I'm not able to get the pointer here.
It says RT at the beginning,
there it is.
So retweet. Oh,
yeah, it says RT, and then here are the little buttons. There's a retweet. I actually have a classic retweet and a regular retweet. A classic retweet lets you modify it, and then a regular retweet just retweets it completely. And then you can see over here is the reply, and then here is the favorite. So 2 people favorited this particular tweet.
Yeah, and 3 people retweeted it. And that Dara Cameron would see that I pushed that forward because that's an @ and Edutopia would see that, and that H.H. Hobbs would see it as well when I retweet it.
So these are mentions.
Right.
All right.
I think you pretty much talked about this, Heidi. This is so you're putting the URL in. You can see the shortened URLs. And Twitter will, you put the long one in and it'll shorten it for you to that length. And it's a way of sending, so if you have a blog entry, a new blog entry, you might put up the title here and then just put the URL and send people to it, make a little tease for it. And you can see the 2 hashtags at the end of the tweet at the top. Using data is one that I developed, and ed data is one that already existed. And they really suggest that if you can find one that already exists that serves your purpose, to go with that if it really is targeted, because then you already have a natural community that's following that particular hashtag.
And then here's an example where she wanted everybody to be able to see this, so she put a period. So what she did was she replied using this little reply button to the Ed Data Campaign tweet, and then she put the period down there. And if you don't do it, it's not a big deal. It just matters who you want to, how many you want to attract. And then I'll talk a little bit about these.
Yep.
And these are a couple from the Office of Education Technology. Again, if you want to be followed, find some hashtags that are really popular. Like EdChat is huge, has a huge following. Superintendent Chat has a huge following. And then I like the fact that there's a link with an introduction to it. So why should I go to this link? This is the Future Ready Schools that pledge. There's a call to action. There's been some studies that say if you want people to like you, then ask them to, or if you want the people to do something, then ask them to do it. And then here's a retweet. The government offices get a lot of retweets just because people think that this is a good thing for them to follow.